Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics to get more people playing your indie game. You are listening to the Indie Game Marketing School with your instructors, Daniel Doan and Tony Chan.
Thank you for joining us on today's episode, and we're going to talk about how to effectively leverage influencers marketing. And influence marketing is on a trend right now and is growing huge with a lot of people out there playing other people's game and getting it, showing it and getting a lot of people's attention. So go ahead, Daniel, tell us more about how we could use influencer marketing.
Okay, so when it comes to influencer marketing, it's all about trying to figure out how you can leverage other people's audiences to benefit your game. And not only that, but how can you bring enough value to make it worth the influencer's while? I guess I can speak to this from, kind of an influencer perspective. I mean, I personally don't consider myself an influencer, but I do get a lot of people, messaging me saying, "Hey, can you do this? Can you do that for me? Can you give me a shout out?" Stuff like that. So, it gets kind of annoying sometimes, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I'm getting so many these requests that I usually don't really reply to most of them, because it's all about what they want out of me, and I'm a pretty busy guy. I do a lot of marketing, and I do a lot of marketing consulting, and so when you're reaching out to these influencers, make sure that you have something valuable to offer them, so that they can take the time out of their day to help you out, and so whether that's services, so if you offer some kind of service yourself, you can offer that as payment. You can give them money, which is the most common route for influencer marketing. Or if you have a targeted audience of your own, you can say, "Hey, let's exchange audiences." For example, if you have a large Twitter following and the influencer in question has a large YouTube following, you can reach out and be like, "Oh, hey, I have this following. Let's do a little trade," So yeah, so it's all of that. And one interesting thing about influencer marketing, though, is that it's not just social media. One kind of often overlooked avenue for influencer marketing is pages on Facebook, right? So let's say that there's a page that posts a lot of gaming memes or gaming humor. You can definitely contact them and trying to work out a deal with them on how to promote your game, because chances are that's going to be a similar audience. People who like game memes are gamers, and a subset of those gamers will probably fall into the camp that they'll like your game. So yeah, I guess it's all about giving value first, and it's all about finding the right channels and tapping into channels that aren't as common and as overt as possible.
Yeah, and another thing to keep in mind is, they might have a lot of followings, but the important part is the engagement. How loyal is their following? So how can we figure that out? How do we know if this guy who has a lot of followings, his followers are actually engaging with them? How do we determine that?
Sure. So it's all about ratios, right? What I personally like to do is I like to look at the influencer's recent most 10 posts and average that out. So let's say that it's a YouTuber or something. I'll look at his subscriber count, and I'll be like, okay, so he has 100,000 followers. And then I'll look at his most recent 10 videos and average the number of views. So I'll be like, okay, so it's 10,000 views per video. And then so that's a ratio. So his engagement rate is 10%, And so I use that to compare this person to another person and figure out how engaged are their audiences.
And do the influencer have to be good at games? Would that be a plus if they're good at a games?
So I don't think it matters too much. I mean, when it comes to being an influencer, I think that there's kind of three main ways that you can become an influencer. So one, you could be really, really freaking good at one thing. And, like it's so good that it's super impressive. Like another way is to be super funny. So you don't have to be good, but it's super entertaining to like tune in to this person's channel or feed. And the third way is to, be someone that seeks to educate people on something that improves their lives. And this education is so valuable that they get a following. And, it's all about finding the right influencer for the right job.
Oh yeah. So, that's going to take time. Is there a specific website that people should go to find influencers, or, they should just check on YouTube, find people that's playing like the same type of game that we're making and just hit them up? Or, is there like a place we could go to find influencers?
I personally would definitely recommend, just searching the particular platform for the genre of game that you're making. So, like you said, if you're on YouTube, just like search for games that are kind of similar to you, and then figure out what influencers are playing those games. And if you're on social media, you can search for games that are similar, and find content creators that are creating content with the game that you're making.
But yeah, so in summary, influencing marketing, it could get you a lot of benefits, a lot of revenue if they're followers buy your game. And you could like create a long-term relationship with the followers. So when you come out with another game, you could use that same influencers and keep marketing your game, and their followers will already know your game or your company. Hopefully the followers, if you choose an influence marketing, make sure they do consistent posts, because consistency just has bigger impact. So yeah, that is how you effectively leverage influencer marketing. I'm Tony Chan from Game Dev Loadout.
And I'm Dale Dillon from Black Show Media.
This session of Indie Game Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for daily marketing strategies to help you find the fan base your game deserves. Don't forget to rate and review the show so we can bring you more valuable content. Until then, keep pushing forward. We'll see you on the next episode.